Hello everyone and welcome to another Elliott Waves analysis. Today I want to update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right, so previously I have published this Bitcoin and Ethereum short, and I mentioned that this is the start of the third wave down, right? So over here I actually identify it as ABC, right? So if you have followed this, what you have been stopped out at around 2220, okay, if you for Ethereum. Right, and for Bitcoin, you will also be stop out, right? You'll be stop out around 74,200 or so, right, above this wave C. Right. Okay. So over here I have already updated this, right? So instead of a normal zigzag, which is ABC, right? So here it seems that Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are both doing a triangle instead. Okay, so it's A B C D E. Okay, so it's right. So this triangle itself is also quite common for the second wave of a down wave, which means that it can happen in the wave B. Okay, so over here we're actually in the wave B, right? So if look back on this, right? This five wave down is a wave A, and then now we have a triangle. Okay, so that's a good sign also, right? A triangle tells us more or less confirm that this is a wave B, because triangle happens only at the last second wave. Okay, so it happens in wave 4 and it happens in wave B. Okay, so now let's deep dive into this, right? So over here you see that I draw a trend line over here, which this is the upper trend line, right? And I have two shout out over here, right? One is of course I've talked about this being a triangle instead of a zigzag, right? The next is that I have identified this as a false breakout, and then now we have re-entry into the trend line, right? So this is also known as a throw over in Elliott Wave, right? So over here then we shift this short, right? And then we have another stop loss here, which is above wave C, right? So the good thing about having stop loss is then that, you know, if you have followed my previous idea, you will stop out over here, right? And then you actually is able to enter at a better price. Okay, enter at a better price, right? So for Bitcoin, then this you have a very good risk reward ratio. Okay, so let's take a look at the bigger picture again, right? This is the same thing. We will have this over here. Okay, so this one is the target. The target remains the same, right, at 49,000, because this is the wave 4. Okay, then we now have to shift this Fibonacci. Okay, and we move it slightly up here. Okay, my own call shout out is blocking this. So okay, so over here now, then where is the we are looking at 10,000, right? For 1:1 is 10,000. So this is actually a better target than the previous idea, right? In the sense that over here you actually have what we call a support over here, right? So yeah, so we can actually do it exactly at 10,200, right? Because over here you see, I can even use this, which is 9,888 around here, right? But let's keep to this cycle wave too low, which give us the same target as 15,500. So over here you see the risk reward ratio is 19.26, which is very, very good risk reward. Okay, so this is for Bitcoin. Okay, and then next we have Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum itself, right, it's the same, right? Instead of a zigzag, it is it will be a triangle, right? But this triangle don't match up as well as what do you call it, as Bitcoin. Okay, so if you do this, you realize that, you know, the triangle actually breached quite high. Okay, so then this one takes a while more to go back in. Okay, so over here, instead of saying that it's a triangle, you can also say that it's a triple combination. But then we take the guide from Bitcoin. Okay, we take guide for Bitcoin, right? Because we also know that Ethereum is a lot more volatile than Bitcoin, right? So we keep to that And you see, I didn't label this as triangle, right? So this is still wave B, and it's a 3 wave up for wave B. Okay, the target remains the same, right? We use resistance instead of Fibonacci extension, right? Because as I mentioned in my previous video, if we use the Fibonacci, what happens is that it will say that Ethereum actually will go to zero. Okay, yeah, so it's still very far from zero, right? And we keep this target of 1,400 and 880. That is for Ethereum. Okay, so similar analysis between these two, it's just that to take note that one is more volatile. Okay, so if you want to do this short positioning, okay, similarly we just put it slightly above the previous high, and then we go down for the first target. The first target is also 19.18. Just now, Bitcoin is about 19.26, right? Similar depending on when you go in, where you put your stop loss. Okay, so that's it for Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? So I move the chart back to Bitcoin here. Okay, so this is for your reference together with all the wave count. Right. So let me just fix this. Yeah, because let's have this as a primary wave also, and also this one just in order for me to get the wave degree correct and the color coding correct. Right. So no change to the analysis, but it's just that in summary, this is a triangle instead of a zigzag. Okay, so that's it for now for Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis. Thank you and good luck.